in terms of the exam hall, because of coronavirus, COVID-19, anti-corona, whatever you want to call it.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
What's good, guys? It's been a hot minute. I'm acting like I had a mad career and I'm on a YouTube break, but I just couldn't be bothered to make a video. I kind of forced myself out of bed to make one today. So today's video is kind of going to be about how to do exams, but there's a twist. And the twist is in a pandemic, because if you have forgotten, anti-corona has taken over our lives for the whole of 2019 a bit and 2020 as well. Because some of you guys have been blessed. You've managed to do your exams, well done, graduated, you know, grads of 2020. But you managed to do that at home, online. But for me, I had to do my exams in person. I was quite nervous because I wasn't sure what it was going to be like. So let's get right into it. So I've written a few things down on my iPad here, can you see? It's just about what happened before, during and after the exam.
Hello, you're probably wondering why there is an interruption to the video at this point. It's just to let you know we're only talking about what happens before an exam in a pandemic, because I realise the attention span of everybody in the world has decreased and no one can be bothered to watch a 10-minute video anymore.
If you happen to, I don't know, resit your A-levels, I think some people are planning to do because of, you know, the grades and stuff. Some kids out there might be doing the 11 plus exam. I know that because I tutor a few 10-year-olds out there who will be doing their 11 plus exam. So it might be useful to a variety of people, and most importantly, university students. Obviously, a lot of you guys have been doing your exams at home, but when everything kind of starts to become normal, especially at university, you may find that you have to prepare slightly differently, only slightly. I'm not telling you to change up your whole revision schedule or life. Before an exam, it's quite nerve-wracking, like every exam is. You've spent weeks, months revising, preparing for whatever exam that you're going to do. But when we had to do our exam, we did it in like a big warehouse type of thing, and we had to queue outside, so that was nice. And on the first day, it was nice and sunny, which was good, but there was a bit of a problem. But I'll come to that in a bit. We were socially distanced, so we were kind of a metre or so between us. We had to queue in so that we could, first of all, get our temperature checked, which is nice because COVID has really blessed us with the temperature checking. So because on the first day, when we did our exams, we were standing out in the heat, some people had to stand on the side. So I was just walking along, just listening to Rihanna. And I was like, oh my god, they're gonna check my temperature. And they said to us in our email, if your temperature is above a certain level, we might have to send you home because you might have COVID or whatever. These guys, they were like put aside, and I was like, what's going on? Like, what are these guys doing? Turns out, because they were standing in the sun for so long, it just caused their temperature to increase. So they had to stand in the shade to cool down. If this ever happens to you, if you are doing an exam and they're taking the temperature, and this could be the case, just don't panic, just calm down, cool down, it's fine. I did speak to one of my friends, she said it was just a bit of a funny process for her, but it was fine afterwards. They obviously let everybody back into the exam. Yeah, it was just a bit of a strange thing to witness, because normally you're used to just going into the exam normally and just chatting with your friend. And second of all was to obviously use hand sanitizer and sanitize our hands in that sense. I've got like a little bit of a tip for when you're using the hand sanitizer. This hand sanitizer was so like annoying. So my recommendation is, if you're gonna use, they tell you, can you sanitize your hands, just bring your own and just sanitize your hands in front of them to show that you have sanitized your hands. Brownie points for however many times I've just said the word sanitize, but you get the point. So the next thing is the socially distanced waiting area that we came across. This was weird because I walked in and I just see like about 100 people or so sitting there with their mask, kind of just staring into space, and then everybody was about a metre or so apart. I walk in, so I thought I'd arrived on time. They said come for 12. I was like, yeah, I'll turn up for 12. Arrived there for 12, and I was just standing there thinking, oh my god, everyone's staring at me. So just don't panic in that sense. With the socially distanced seating area, it was a bit strange because everyone was kind of like in the zone, really silent. You can't talk to anyone. I mean, obviously you can't remove your mask either. So we waited there for about half an hour or so. It was around noon, so I knew that I was gonna get hungry in the exam because I eat at 12 anyway. So I could just slowly feel my stomach starting to rumble. So that wasn't great. That's kind of like the before, kind of walking in, socially distanced, obviously have your mask on, sanitize your hands, get your temperature checked, don't panic, and then go and sit socially distanced like zombies in a waiting area. And if you are watching this, just don't stress as well. It's not stressful at all, the experience. It's just strange. And you know what? It's something to tell your grandkids that you did an exam in a pandemic. So stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, all that jazz, and I'll see you soon.